And a very good morning to you. Welcome to our place. Here is what we have in store for your Wednesday. New Zealand's heavyweight boxing champion Joseph Parker joins us on the couch ahead of tomorrow night's fight against Carly Meehan. Looking forward to that. Sick of silly scuffles? At your place, our parenting panel tackle the topic of sibling rivalry. I know, funny. And they're going to share a few tried and true ways to deal with it, which is always good. And we have some feel-good summer vibes on the way with Kiwi band Mega Powers. They sounded amazing during rehearsal. But first, Miss Asta is standing by with Jordan Rondell, known as the Caker. And we had Jordan on with her first book a couple of years ago. I don't know where time goes. But now we've got book number 2, and it's quite different in a lot of ways, and we're going to talk about why. But it's at the end of the day, it's sweet goodness and cakes and yummy treats, which we love. Miss Asta, what are you quickly doing today?
I'm going to show you how to make a hessian bag for maybe your Christmas tree, maybe a pot plant. Very nice over 2 days. You'll really enjoy this.
Sounds very good indeed. Back to the topic at hand. Jordan, I said this about 4 times yesterday, promoting the fact that you were coming on, and every time I said the cake that you were making, I dribbled a little bit. Tell us again what it is.
So it's an almond butter and raspberry cake from the new book. Yeah.
I love almond butter so much.
And it's got a good edge to it too, which is what I love about this cake.
So I said to Jordan, what has changed in the last couple of years between the books? And
so our focus now really is on making cakes as sort of wholesome and nutritious as possible, while I do still believe that cake should be cake and that it's a treat and it should be completely delicious. We don't want to cut out all butter and sugar and flour, but our focus definitely is more on, making them less, less guilty to eat. And
because the thing is, we know so much more now than, every year we find out more, we discover more about what we should be eating, what we shouldn't. So why not change things and adapt if they can still taste nice?
Exactly.
Okay, so where do we start?
So I've already started creaming the butter, coconut sugar and...
coconut sugar?
Yeah, which is one of my favourite.
It's really dark.
Really dark and has a beautiful sort of caramelly...
Is that what that smell
flavour. Yeah, it's got quite a strong flavour.
So what's in there? Coconut sugar and...
Butter, a little bit of butter and some almond butter. So this is the first process in this cake. So we just need to cream this quite a lot.
And is it an easy process with it? I know about the butter and the sugar and cream it until beat it until it's creamy.
Yeah.
How difficult is it doing it using these ingredients?
Yeah, does it change things quite a bit?
Yeah, you'll notice the colour's going to go a lot more pale. So that sugar starts off quite dark, and usually I would do this for about 5 minutes. I'd walk away and do something else, but obviously we're on air, so we're not going to do that.
No, you're not. Not going to walk away anywhere.
No way.
Already it's starting to get light and pale and floppy, so...
Could you do it by hand and get the same...
No.
No,
you could technically, but I wouldn't recommend it. You'd break your arm.
Yeah.
So it's almost getting to a point now where I could add the eggs. So should I go ahead and do that?
I think you should.
All right. So I'm just going to turn this down to avoid any...
Splatter?
I always check to see if there's any... Oh, there is a tiny bit of shell in there, so I'll just...
It anyway.
Oh, no, I'll just avoid that.
Okay. Does that actually do... Other than having shell in there, does it actually make...
No, it just would give an unpleasant crunch.
Okay. Good recipe.
There you go. Done that a few times.
Nah. So you don't even need to know one egg at a time and just bring it back? Or do you not bother with it?
Again, I would if I was doing this with a lot more time, but it's going to be fine. What I need to do now is just scrape down the edges of the bowl. You'll see that it's sort of...
Yeah.
Is it hard developing new recipes or looking at an old recipe and then bringing in new ingredients?
Someone asked me that yesterday. It's a really good question. Because I've been baking literally my whole life. It's been, my biggest passion and hobby since I was a kid. I've got some almond butter on my hand. I've got a pretty good knowledge of what makes a cake work, and I've got a few base recipes in my head, which are easy to adapt. So I can, if I like the sound of rhubarb, berries and black pepper together, I'll see if they work in one of my base recipes that I've...
What's your hit rate when you come up with something new? Does it generally work?
When I was coming up with the book recipes, so that's 76 recipes, generally, we'd shoot 10 recipes every Monday, so I'd spend all Sunday making those recipes.
Oh, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, usually first time worked.
Wow.
Sometimes had to test them 2 or 3 times, but...
What a shame.
Yeah. All right, we're ready to add our dry ingredients now. So we've got 100 grams of spelt flour, 100 grams of ground almonds, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder.
Okay, so no standard flour.
No standard flour, although you totally could use it if you wanted.
Yep.
We just
and literally just replace one for one?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's what I love about spelt is it basically acts the same as regular wheat flour, but it's you know, it's an ancient grain, so it's just obviously better.
Okay, so it's just not as refined.
Yeah.
All right.
And we don't want to overmix this, so what I'm going to do is just stop that there while we add our milk. So we've just got half a cup of whole milk. Always go for whole. And that's just going to go straight in.
Because there isn't really very much fat. There is no fat in there.
Well, there's butter. There was butter in this one, but that's
and
butter.
almond butter. But,
Yeah.
But still, that's only like 150 grams going in there.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's no splatter here.
We'll see. No. So when you say, so baking is kind of in your blood, eh? Like, as you say, you've done it from a little thing.
Yes.
And in your family as well.
My great-grandfather was a pastry chef in Paris. And so even sort of
in the blood.
during wartime, he would, you know, make beautiful bread and pastries. And
Oh, wow.
so he sort of passed his secrets on to my grandparents and them to me. So
Oh, that's neat. So you feel like you've got to carry the baton
a little bit.
and keep it going.
Yeah. Because my sister, you know, she works with me at the Caker, but she's never baked a cake in her life.
Really? So what's she doing?
Neither has Mum. She's the business brain, so
Yeah.
she's the manager. Yeah.
Perfect.
She's amazing. All right, so we've finished our batter. So now all we need to do is just give it a quick run down again.
So it has come together like a cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has.
And we're just going to use 2 tins today, so we're going to divide it between 2. I think they're 22 centimetres, 9-inch tins. So you just want to evenly divide that between the 2.
And no raising agent?
Yeah, there was 2 teaspoons of baking powder
there was.
mixed with our dry.
Okay, cool.
So that's pretty crucial.
The book is organised by season.
It is, yeah.
So different cakes for different times of the year.
Yeah, the reason I decided to do that was just because so many of our cakes are packed full of fruit.
Yeah.
And it just made sense to
Yeah.
do
When
it
it's cheapest and most available.
yeah,
you say.
and ripe, yeah. So
What's that on the front? Oh, we just saw a picture of it. What's the picture? What's the...
it's like a cake slice, a beautiful cake slice by
There it is. Oh, yeah, I can see now.
one of my favourite designers,
Yeah.
Tom Dixon.
Ah, it's beautiful.
Cool. So we just sort of eyeball that and get it pretty much evenly divided. And then we're just going to dot in our raspberries.
Just frozen?
Just frozen. They're slightly defrosted now, but that's completely fine. So
Is it the sort of cake that you could put any kind of fruit with?
Yeah, totally. Any sort of berry would work really well. So blueberries would be delicious. You know, ripe apricots or pears or anything with a similar sort of water content to berries. I
Okay,
think.
so you need a little bit of juice.
A little bit of juice, so that's pretty good.
Okay, so you're going to whack those, just leave them there for now, but if you were to put them in the oven for how long?
It's going to take, because we've divided between 2 tins, it's going to take about sort of half an hour.
Okay.
Everyone's oven's different, but that's what I would do.
Okay, good. And do you want to bring us over the...
Finished product? Absolutely. So here is one I made earlier.
Oh, Esther.
I know.
Tie me down.
I know. Look at that.
Delish. So you have
Very
finished that
nice.
off. You've sandwiched it with some
raspberry jam.
Raspberry jam.
Yep.
And on the top is this amazing cream cheese and almond butter icing.
Yeah, just sweetened with a
Very
little
nice.
bit of honey, so it's really gently sweetened.
And more little dried raspberry bits on the top.
Very
it
nice.
looks amazing. No wonder you do what you do and do it so well. Jordan, thank you so much. The book is
Such a pleasure.
gorgeous.
Thank you.
All right, Annabelle Langbine is joining us tomorrow with some more treats, chocolate mousse and superhero balls made with dates, nuts and seeds. Coming up very soon on the show, Mega Powers are taking the stage with their hot new single. That is right after this.
All yours.